Hello. So today we're going to learn about extracting email address from a lot of websites. Well, if you have a list of websites that you eventually want to just go through each one and you have to look for email addresses for each pages in those websites, this video is for you because we're going to automate that. But before we go to I actually created one solution, one application today. We can use that. But before we go there, I'm just going to show you some different options that we have. So these are normally being used by sales teams nowadays. So you have this Apollo.io and Rocket Reach. So Apollo.io, basically you just have to, let's say, type in the company name and you want to look for a certain like you want to know the contact person for a certain department, so they have information for that. But normally they don't really have like all the emails. Normally what they do is they have the first name and last name of the person, and sometimes they will just combine them, like first name that last name at domain of that company, and this is paid. And we have here Rocket Reach as well, so this is paid as well, but same thing with Apollo. The only difference I believe is Rocket Search, you will have a credit. So you can use up all those credits for 1 month, and the next month you will have another credit, and then you can search for some leads as well for those companies that you're trying to prospect. All right. So these two, you can search for email of the companies that you have. The third option we have is just a Chrome extension. So you have this Chrome extension and you're visiting, or let's say just searching Google, or like looking at the company website, and while you have this extension ready on your browser, you can actually automatically detect any email addresses you have in that website, right? But the downside here is that you have to like go through each website and detect if they have any emails. Well, probably that's good because you still need to know those websites, and if you're going to send them some cold emails, at least you should know what their website is about, right? So you can draft your email based on their website's content. Another one is the one I created today. So this is basically if you have like a list of websites. So what we have here, for example, we have here like lots of websites. You can have like hundreds of them, like this. So you have all this, and what we need is to have an application where we can just upload all these website links and just let the application do its work. So this is not really perfect by any chance. Um, but it's a good way to start, at least to have a little automation on this process of you gathering leads from these websites. So how do we install this? So this is actually created using Python, as you can see here. So you can visit this link. I'm going to put this in the description of this video later, and you can scroll down, and I have written some small startup text here. So this is how you're going to install it. First thing, you need to have Python installed on your computer, right? So just go to python.org, go to downloads, and just download the latest version 3.11.4 as per recording of this video. And you just double click the installer that you have, and just follow the installation wizard, okay? And once you have Python, so here I created already one folder on my downloads folder, and I have here the list of websites. So I'm just going to don't save, cancel this. And what I'm going to do is I want to run Python here inside this folder. So I'm just going to click on the address bar and type cmd. All right. So I just want to make sure that I have Python. So you can type Python and then dash dash version. Right now I'm using 3.10.6, but it's okay. You can use 3.11. That's fine. And the next thing we want to install is are these dependencies. So we will be using Streamlit for the web interface, and we have Pandas for extracting all the data into a CSV. We have the request for checking each link, and we have the beautiful soup for request. Actually, I believe this is we use this for um, changing the link, because sometimes if you have, like, let's say a link, for example, the website leomar.xyz, and you forgot to add the HTTPS, and then by default it will become like not a valid URL. So we use request to change that. And we have the beautiful soup for, so this is for crawling. So we have all these links, and we need the beautiful soup to crawl the web page and comb through all the contents of that web page for some resemblance of an email address. We're going to use regex actually. So um, yeah, we're going to use regex. So this is basically based on pattern. So there are some cons as well when doing this. Sometimes we don't really get, like, let's say you have leomar at gmail.com, and sometimes in the website, for example, there's no space between gmail.com and then another sentence. So you will get like leomar at gmail.com, the additional characters. So there are those limitations. So after extracting all your emails, we still need to do some cleanup. Okay, so let's proceed with installation. I'm just going to copy this, go to your CMD, and just paste and press enter. So it's quick for me because I already have all the dependencies installed on my computer. For you, it will take some time, but probably just 1 or 2 minutes. All right, so once we're done installing all of this, you can see that we're still inside the websites. What you can do is, if you have Git, you can just use git clone. And for me, I'm going to just download this file. So we have here, it's probably inside my downloads folder. So there you go. We have this email scraper main. And what we are only interested on is this app.py. Okay, so I'm just going to copy this, go back to my websites folder, and just paste it here, just to keep everything organized. You can actually just leave it in the downloads folder or anywhere. You just need this one file, just app.py. All right. And then you want to run the CMD from here. So you can run CMD. In my case, I already have it. So we're currently inside the downloads websites, right? And we want to run this app.py. So to do that, we already installed Streamlit. So we're going to run this application as a Streamlit application, not really just a regular Python application. So I'm going to type Streamlit start app.py. Okay. And of course, instead of start, we, we use run. And now we open this web application. So, okay, first thing here, you can see that you can upload the text file directly, all right? And you still have your terminal right here. If you encounter any error, you'll see those errors inside this terminal and also here displayed on this web application. So once we already have this web application running, you just click on Browse Files, and we go to Downloads, Websites, and let's select this website, the text that I opened earlier. So I'll just click Open, and now it's 1.4 KB, so it's uploaded, and I'm just going to click Start Scraping. And then you just let it be. So it will just keep on running. You'll see here there's this running animation at the top. So it means this application is still running, going through all the links that you have in the text file. And you can see here in this web page. So if there are some blanks, probably we just really cannot get any emails from those websites. But you'll see here we already have one from this particular website, and you can also see that we have some multiples from others. Yeah, this is what I was talking about earlier. You will need to do some cleaning like this, right? And if you encounter some errors on the website, so it will just print out error or no email. And you can see, yeah, it will just keep on going. It will go through all the links available inside that website, inside your text file. So you can just ignore this part right here. This is because we're using Streamlit, so it's one of the limitations. We cannot, once the text is pasted already in the website, we cannot just erase that. And I just have this, so whenever we are finished with one website, we want to save all our progress inside one CSV file. So you can ignore this part right here. If we go to the folder websites, you'll see that we have this emails.csv. That's where we have all this. Okay. And then eventually once this is done, so you have your CSV file right here, and you basically have your emails, and then you can just clean them up a little, and then you can do your cold email marketing or whatever you want to do on those emails. All right. Okay. I hope you learned something, and if in case you encounter some errors or maybe some links that uh, just don't have any emails, I have some examples here with me. Sometimes some of these websites, depending on your source, of course, you need to have like a good source. Sometimes it will look like this, and maybe here they have an email actually, but it's sales, and then we have the word at protect.com.ph just to avoid scraping their email address. So they do something like this for some websites, and for some, what they have is maybe they are just not active anymore, or in this case, it is like coming soon since 2018. I don't know how soon that's going to be. And we have this website, for example. So this one is no longer available. So you can buy the domain if you want. This is also another side gig that you can do. If you find like a good domain name and this is from a reputable company before and they did not renew their domain, so probably you can just buy them and use all those authority for yourself, domain authority. You can launch your own website or eventually maybe just sell it to the other company if they want to take it back. Okay, so I hope you learned something from this video. I hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye.